All right, Shalom, Israel. We're the I.S.U.P.K, start on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohanna. And this is the Florida Sabbath service, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get it cracking for you, jump into it. Okay, call up the first priest. Shakar Ban Banya Sha'ala.
Shakar Ban Banya Sha'ala.
Yahba Shem Yashar Barakatam.
Yahba Shem Yashar Barakatam.
La Yasha'ala.
La Yasha'ala. Our prayer.
Wait a minute. Don't tell brothers and sisters to stand.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna say the Lord's Prayer. Amaju. I'm gonna say Wapanya Hakudam, means to face the east. We're gonna send up the Lord's Prayer first in the Hebrew and then in the English. Repeat after me. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, Ayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakaka, Aba'ah, Batazaka, Ayah, I.S.U.P.K, Ba'oratiza, Kawah, Ayah, Bashemaya, Nathunanawa, Bakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalaknanawa, Tabawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabayainawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Awashainawa, Ayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, La'aywalamyam,
Aman. In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
I caught the power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Baba Kwashah. Nathunanawa. Akak. Larpa'ah. Kalmakala. Wakal Madawa. Akak. Latahar. Hamatazarayim. Akak. Lahakuyim. Amathim. Akak. Our Karwa, the Tama'ala, the Garsham, Bahasham, Yahushai, the water Aman.
In the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Mataziyah Ya'ah.
Mataziyah Ya'ah.
I.S.U.P.K Yahanna.
I.S.U.P.K Yahanna.
Ha-Alawapium.
Ha-Alawapium.
Ha-Saranyum.
Ha-Saranyum.
Ha-Kotazayanyum.
Ha-Kotazayanyum.
Ha-Koyayoyum.
Ha-Koyayoyum.
Wa-Ha-Kwapium.
Wa-Ha-Kwapium.
Yahweh Ba'asham.
Yahweh Ba'asham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanna.
Commanding General Yohanna.
The general.
The generals.
The captain.
The captain.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahorium.
Al-Hahorium.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isariah.
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 Ma'ayim.
Ma'ayim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aishah.
Aishah.
Shemaiah.
Shemaiah.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Mamawat.
Mamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Anala'ah.
Anala'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'Allah.
Yasha'Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ayakalka.
La'ayakalka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai.
Makal Rai.
Yashamar Atnapashka.
Yashamar Atabashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar Taza'atka.
Yashamar Taza'atka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wabawa'aka.
Ma'aika.
Ma'aika.
Wa'iwalam.
Wa'iwalam. In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From which cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
behold,
he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep.
He that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forward.
From this time forward.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Allahayim.
Allahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Tashakwat.
All. Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awiyabika.
Awiyabika.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Wamash Shanaka.
Wamash Shanaka.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'ira Yumwa.
Ya'ira Yumwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayatha Ya'aitazawad.
Wayatha Ya'aitazawad.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Makawa.
Makawa.
Wanakakida.
Wanakakida.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yasakar.
Yasakar.
Shum Yasha'Allah.
Shum Yasha'Allah.
Iwad.
Iwad.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Nawa Aitazawa.
La.
La.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Arwam.
Arwam.
Wayashimai Alayam.
Wayashimai Alayam.
Mawa Abba.
Mawa Abba.
Wahagoryam.
Wahagoryam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aymawan.
Wa'aymawan.
Wa'aymalak.
Wa'aymalak.
Palashak.
Palashak.
Am-Yashabya.
Am-Yashabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum-Ashawar.
Gum-Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Zorawai.
Zorawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
I.S.H.A.L.A.M.
I.S.H.A.L.A.M.
Kamadia.
Kamadia.
Kasiyah Sara'ah.
Kasiyah Sara'ah.
Kayabya.
Kayabya.
Banakol.
Banakol.
Koyashua.
Koyashua.
Nashamarwa.
Nashamarwa.
Ba'ayanda Ara.
Ayanda Ara.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adma.
La'adma.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadayamawa.
Nadayamawa.
Ka'ara.
Ka'ara.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zahaba. Say it again.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zahaba.
Abba.
Abba.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zabak.
Waka Zabak.
Waka Tazalmanai.
Waka Tazalmanai.
Kal Nasiyakamwa.
Kal Nasiyakamwa.
Ashur.
Ashur.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Naya Rashad.
Naya Rashad.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah. Na'awa.
Na'awa.
Allahayim.
Allahayim.
Allahayah.
Allahayah.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagogala.
Kagogala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Rakwa. Lapanya Rakwa. Rakha.
Right.
Lapanya Rakwa. Rakha.
Lapanya Rakha.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
The Ba'ira Ira.
The Ba'ira Ira.
Waka Lahaba.
Waka Lahaba.
Kalahat.
Kalahat.
Aryam.
Aryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Daradatma.
Daradatma.
Wasa Irika.
Wasa Irika.
Wabasa Wapaka.
Wabasa Wapaka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Mala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan.
Wayabakwashla.
Wayabakwashla.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashla.
Yabashla.
Wayabahowa.
Wayabahowa.
Adiyai.
Adiyai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Tabaka.
Tabaka.
Ayuwan.
Ayuwan.
Al-Kal Ha'aratiza.
Al-Kal Ha'aratiza. In the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Silence, O God.
And hold not thy peace.
And hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Yahshua may be no more remembered.
That the name of Yahshua may be no more remembrance.
For they are consulted together with one consent.
For they are consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Israelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
The Baal and Ammon.
The Baal and Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
I.S.U.P.K also is joined with them.
I.S.U.P.K also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot Salah.
They have hope in the children of Lot Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabez.
As to Jabez.
As the brick of Kasan.
As the brick of Kasan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zeed.
And like Zeed.
Yea. All their princes.
All their princes.
As Zabak.
As Zabak.
And as Zamuna.
And as Zamuna.
Who said.
Let
us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of God in possession.
The houses of God in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded. confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And trouble forever.
And trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame.
let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know
That thou, whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the Most High.
art the Most High
Over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Sar, which means to turn. Yeshapya. May be seated.
Shalom, shalom. Yeah. We're back in the building, getting it in. Digging into these records, digging into these scriptures and our history, what we've been through, so we can learn from it, what not to do and what to do, okay? So we're gonna pick up in the Hebrew, okay? We're gonna read it in the Hebrew, and then we're gonna break it down in the bastard tongue, the English, as Isupk like to say. Okay. So what we picking up at, priest?
1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 2.
Okay. So we're gonna be in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, and we're gonna start in verse 2. Okay. We're gonna read it in the Hebrew, and then we're gonna get it in the English. So go ahead.
God. This is the first book of Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 2 in the Hebrew. Kaha, Amar, Yahweh, Taza Ba'awa, Taza Ba'awa, Pa Quadafia, Ashar, I.S.U.P.K, Imalak, Laya Sha'ala, Amar, Sham, Salaki. Ashar, Sham, Lowa, Badarak. Was that Badaraka?
Badarak. I don't know what that word means, but Badarak.
Badarak, Ba'ila, Salaki. Ba'ila Thawa, Ma Matazariah, Aitha, Laka, Waha, Kayatha, Imalak, Waha, Khara, Mathum, Ko, Ashar, Lawa, Wala'a, Thachamala, Ayuwa, Waha, Matha, Ma'ayasha, or Ma'ayash, Karuka, one. Ma'ayash, Asha, Ma'aywala, it's like it. Ma'ay,
I would say Ma'ayla.
Karuka. Ma'ayla, Wa'ay, Yawanak, Mashawar, Wa'ay, Shaha, Magamal, Wa'ay, Khamawar, Waya Shemai, Sha'al, Ha'aim, Waya Pakwadam, Ba Tala'ayam, Ma'afim, Alapa, Alap.
I don't know what that word means.
Yeah. Just sounds like
Sound every word of it, every day.
Okay.
Alapa, Ragoya, Wa'aisharat, Alapayam, Ayash, Yahawada, Wayaba'a, Sha'awal, Ayar, Imalak, Wayarab, Banachal, Wayamar, Shawa'al, all, Hakoyanya, Lakawa, Sarawak, Radawa, Mathawak, Mathawaka, I'm a Lakwia.
What does that mean?
Which one is it?
I'm a Lakwia.
I'm a Lakwia? I'm not sure.
Amalek.
Oh, okay.
The Amalekites.
Oh, okay. That's not correct.
Amalekites.
I'm a Lakwia. Pa Asapaka, I'm a Wa'ata, Aishayata, Hassan, I'm called Banya Yasha'ala, Ba'ila Watham, Mama Tazarayam, Wayasar, Kwayanya, Mathawaka, I'm a Lak, let me see. Waika, Shawa'al, I'm a Lak, Macha Wayala, Bawa'aka, Shawur, Ashar, Isle, Panya, Matazarayim, Yatapash, Agaga, Malak, Amalaka, Amalaka, Amalak, right? Amalak, okay. Chaya, Wa'at, Ka, Ha'aim, Ha-Chorayam, Lafaya, Charab,
Okay, that's it. That's it.
Garuka. The first book of Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 2 in the English. Thus saith the Most High of Hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way.
Right. That's what we need to remember.
That's right.
I was just bringing out the other night how I saw on the news, Joe, they just had the bombing over there in Kabul or whatever it is, right? And the leader of the United States came out and said that they would never forget and they will never forget.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's something we need to do. We need to not forget. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Because the Most High is not going to forget. He don't forget.
It just lets you know too, like how we're the slave and they're the oppressor, because that's definitely the mindset of somebody that's not a slave. To never forget any atrocity done to them.
Right.
Meanwhile, if I could,
Go ahead.
meanwhile, they tell you to forget, like, that's in the past. Like, what we did to you is long history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they'll never forget. And he went even further to say that you would, like, the people that did this are going to pay for it.
Right. He said, they already paid. They did a drone strike, I think, last night. Yeah, they went and, tried to find those people that were responsible for the bombing and killed them. You know what I mean?
And
They asked, if I could, his, I forget what you call his spokesperson who comes out and talks for him when he's not talking. And they said, well, what did he mean when he said, that he would, seek revenge on the people that did this? Are they going to kill them, or are they just going to be satisfied with, them capturing them alive and having go through court and all that? And she said, it's clear, no, that he doesn't want them alive on the earth.
Right.
She said that on national TV, like they should not be alive on this earth. You know what I mean? Like, so, we, like you said, they teach us, here's what the oppressor does. He goes out and he creates war. He kills everybody and everything. And once he's done that,
then he wants peace.
Right.
Then he wants peace. Like, can't we all just, what's the problem? Can we all just get along? What are you upset about? You know what I mean? Go ahead.
You know, and then after he does all that, he says it was for the greater good, it was manifest destiny.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
I was hearing General Muhammad, like, that is the proof that he's the subtile beast. You know, he is the most subtile beast of the snake, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, we have our own, what's it called?
Manifest destiny.
Manifest destiny. We have our own manifest destiny, and that's when Yahweh returns.
Right.
And puts blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians back on top.
That's right.
Okay? So go ahead and keep reading.
Karawakan. I'm gonna go back a little bit, sir.
Just pick up where you left off.
Okay, Karawakan. When he came up from Egypt, now go and smite Amalek.
Right.
And utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass.
Everything.
Right.
Everything, everybody, nothing should be breathing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, everything should be dead. Let's see if these brothers know how to follow the orders. Keep reading.
And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them in Tela'im, 200,000 footmen and 10,000 men of Judah. And Saul came to a city of Amalek and laid wait in the valley. And Saul said unto the Kenites, go, depart, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For he showed kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to Shur, that is over against Egypt. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
So like y'all want. If I could, man, you know, the Most High is a man of war, you know what I'm saying? And our people don't understand justice, man. We think that marching is, you know what I'm saying, is justice, you know, is the steps to getting justice or whatnot. And all we got to do is simply separate from America, stop celebrating 4th of July, Labor Day, Christmas, and all that garbage that the white man is shoving down your throat. And they say, you know, this is a cut right here. It says, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord say utterly destroy man, child, woman, all of that, babies, you know what I'm saying? And the Christian church is telling you, oh, how could God kill a little baby?
Right.
Well, it's right here. Because the Most High is a man of war, man. That's how you can kill a baby. He gonna kill that baby that's oppressing you. Because that little bastard child is gonna grow up and oppress your black behind. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what the Most High is about, man. He's about war. It ain't about, you know, coming together in a rainbow correlation and holding hands with the white man.
Right.
That's what I can say.
That's right on. I mean, that's what we've been, you know, raised up in this hell. It's just oppression. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just oppression. So, you know, you're definitely right. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to keep going and see what happens. I mean, if they're gonna end up, because if I remember correctly, these brothers ain't gonna follow the order. Go ahead and Shakar, give me another set.
Karawakan, sir.
All right, please start at verse 9.
Karawakan, sir. Let's see here. The book of Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 9 in the Hebrew. Wayachomon, Sha'awol, Waha'ain, Al, Agugah, Wa'al, Mayatab, Ha-Taza'an, Waha Bakwar,
Wait a minute, what was that last word? Hataza'anah?
I said Ha-Taza'an. That's what I said, sir. Should I have done the at the end of that now, sir?
No, that's too hard. Go ahead.
Karawakan. Waha Bakwar, it's like Waha Bakwar, Waha Mashanayam, Wa'al, HaKorayim, Wa'al, Call, HaTawab, Wala'ah,
Go ahead. Salaki.
Karuka, Abuwa, HaKorayimam, Wakal, HaMala'aka, Mabaza, Wanamasa, Atha, HaKorayamawa, Wayahaya, Dabar, Yahweh, all, Shamuel, La'amar, Na Chamahaya, Na Chamahya, Kaya, Ha Malakahya, A Sha'awal, La Malak, Kaya, Shab, Ma'acharaya, Wa'ah, Dabarya, La'ah, Hakoyam, Wayachar, La Shamwa'al, Waya Za'ikwa, all, Yahweh, call, Ha Layalaha, Waya Shakam, Shamwa'al, La Kora'ath, Sha'awal, Babakwar, Waya God, La Shamwa'al, La Amar, Baya, Sha'awal, Ha Karamala, Wa Hana, Ma Tazayab, Lawa, Yad, Waya Sab, Waya Ibar, Waya Rad, Waya Radah, Hagagal, Waya Ba'a, Shamu'al, Sha'awal, Waya Amar, Lawa, Shawa'al, Barayaka, Afta, La Yahweh, Ha Mahya, Ad, Dabar, Yahweh, Waya Amar, Shamu'al, Wama, Kwawala, Ha Taza'an, Hazaha, Ba'azanya, Ha Bakor, Ashar, Anakaya, Shamai, Waya Amar, Sha'awal, Ma'ai Malakoya, Ha Baya Awam, Ashar, Hamal, Ha'ain, Al, Mayatab, Ha Taza'an, Wa Ha Bakwar, La Ma'ain, Zabach, La Yahweh, Alahayka, Wa Haya Waqtar, Ha Manawa,
That's it.
Karoka. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 9 in the English. But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and of the failings, and of the fatlings and the lambs and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them. But everything that was vile and refused that they destroyed utterly.
So what they did was, in their minds, what they thought,
Right.
was foul. What does it say? Everything that was vile and refused. So whatever they thought was foul and refused, they killed it. But the Most High said, kill everything.
Right.
You have to know how to follow orders. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's gonna get us jammed up. And that's, you know what I mean? That's what the church do to us, teach us today. You know, you follow which laws you want to follow, which laws you think are good. You know what I mean? At one point, they thought homosexuality was a horrible thing. And now today you go to church and, you know, it's okay because the oppressor says it's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we have to follow what the Most High say, or we'll get jammed up. So keep reading.
God. Then came the word of the Most High unto Samuel, saying, It repented me that I had set up Saul to be king, for he is turned back from following me, and hath not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night. And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he set up a place and is gone about, and passed on and gone down to Gilgal. And Samuel came up to and Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, Blessed be thou of the Most High, and perform the commandment of the Most High.
He said he did it. You know what I mean? I followed the order, sir. You know? Go ahead. God.
Verse 14. And Samuel said, What meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in mine ears?
Right. You know what he's saying? I know y'all know what he's saying, right? What's he saying?
He's saying that why am I hearing the sheep still?
Yeah, he bad. You know what I mean?
Like he's stupid.
Right. You know what I mean? So, you know, he think, you know, he put the sheets in the corner back there in the back. You know what I mean? Come and run out and meet him before he get in too far. Follow the order, sir. Everything's wild.
Jeez. Everything's too wild.
Yeah, everything's wild, sir. It's all good, sir. Yeah, we good.
Sheep back there bleeding.
Yeah.
Sounded like, oh yeah.
Told y'all.
Why are you sheep back there?
Go ahead.
Oh, God.
Same.
Oh,
Jeez.
man.
Oh, that's it.
And the lowing of the oxen which I hear. And so, and Saul said, They have brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen, to sacrifice unto the Most High thy power.
Line on the Lord. Line on the Lord. You know what I mean? Oh, we're going to sacrifice this to the Lord. That's why I clapped it.
And the Most High said, kill everything.
Yeah, you know it.
And he said, the Most High said, kill everything.
Right. That was the order.
Right.
Kill everything.
You don't want that sheep, no?
Right.
You don't want that. The Most High
The
don't
Most
want
High,
that.
he doesn't get pleasure in, you know what I mean, your sacrifices.
Right.
Go ahead.
And the rest we have utterly destroyed. Then Samuel said unto Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee that what the Lord hath said to me this night. I believe that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Samuel.
I'm gonna tell you what the Lord said.
Samuel was hardcore, man. You know, Saul was a character, man.
Sound like Samuel about to check him.
Yeah. Samuel was hardcore.
Yeah. So, brothers, we have to learn to keep all of the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, not just the ones that are appeasing to you, okay? Right. You have to keep them all, okay? Right. We can't be gay. We can't sleep with people outside our nation. We can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. We have to keep all the laws, you know what I'm saying? Down to what did Christ say, one jot or one tittle. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get an edge up. I mean, that might seem small, but that's for you.
Right.
That's to keep you in rulership.
Right.
What is that? That means you're not going to follow another nation of people. You're not going to keep their customs. Because if you do, you'll end up putting them on top of you. You know what I'm saying? You'll end up putting them up high. So the Lord said he give you these rules so to keep you in the mindset of you are the best. You know, you should be on top. Everybody should try to be like you. You know what I'm saying? Like you keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying?
But good too, sir. Like that's what holy means. You know what I mean? Separate. Like we separate. We Israel, man. We separate unto the Most High. So our custom, our ways is better. The heathens, they ain't got no goddamn laws to go by. They eat what they want, like Moab and Ammon. You know what I'm saying? They eat garbage from the ocean. They eat whatever the hell is alive and walking. And we're not supposed to be like that, man. We got to follow these orders because that's what's going to help us to keep the zeal of the Most High on you, man, and to help you to progress and to be holy, man, separate unto the Most High, so he can look down and say, let me help this nigga out, man. Let me get these people, my people, out of captivity. But if we keep breaking his laws, we're gonna be stuck in here, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be stuck here. We're gonna come back and go through this hell all over again.
Right.
So, like he gave us these laws, and like you said, the other nations, they eat anything because they are still just the beast of the field. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how he raised Adam up.
Right.
Adam was just another beast of the field.
Right.
He was out there picking up anything, putting it in his mouth, see if he could chew on it and make it swallow. Did it taste good? Can he swallow it? Can he eat? He was just the beast of the field. You know what I mean? But the Most High raised him up to be better than that.
Right.
And now, you know what I mean? Like that's what gives you authority over other nations.
That's right.
These laws, statutes, and commandments. So we have to, we have to keep these laws, man. And that's the only way that we're gonna take our rightful spot in the earth again. You know what I'm saying? We can't half-ass the fucking law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep them all. That's just what it is. So we'll call up the next priest. Okay.
I.S.U.P.K, GEN.YAHANNA, SHALAM.
I.S.U.P.K, GEN.YAHANNA.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Smoke.
La Shalom.
La Yashar.
Nice, healthy. Speaking of, I haven't had my breakfast. Hey, Shakar, could you give me a cup of coffee, black?
Cold concept.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and pick up. Where you at? 15 and 16.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 16, in the Holy Tongue. Waya Amar, Sha'awal, Ma Aimalo Kwaya, Ha Baya Awam, Ashar, Hamal, Kamal, Ha Ain, Ah, Maya Ta, Ha Taza'an. So like Ha Taza'ana.
We in the right spot, Shrakla?
The first one was right, but I lost him after that.
Yeah, I don't see.
Waya Amar, that's insane.
Sha'awal,
Shamawal.
no, Sha'awal.
Okay, I see that. Go ahead, start there. Pick up on that slide.
You on 16?
Waya,
Oh,
I'm on 15.
no, I see shot wall at 16, so I thought that's, go ahead, start at 16.
All right.
The what?
Waya Amar, Shamawal,
There you go.
all, Sha'awal, Harak, or Harak, so like, Wa Aga Yada, Laka, Ashar, Dabar, Yahweh, Oya, Halayala, Waya Amarwa, Masalaka, Lawa, Dabar, Waya Amar, Shamawa all, Lawa, Hatan, Atha, Ba ayanayam. Ba ayanayaka. Ra'ash. Shabbataya. Yasha'ala. Atha. Wa ya masha kak. Yahweh. Lama laka. Yasha'ala. Yasha. Allah. Yeah. Yasha'ala.
Okay, go ahead. My bad.
Waya. It's like Waya shalakak. Waya shalakak. Yahweh. Bada rock. Wa ya amar. Laka. Waha ka ramata. Ha kata ayam. I'm a luck. Wana lakam. Wana lakama. Bawa. I. Kala watam. Atam. Verse 19. Wala ma. La'a. Shama ay. Bakwa wall. Yahweh. Wa ta'aita. Wa ta'aita. All. Hashalala. Wa ta'aish. Hara'ai. Ba ayanaya. Yahweh. Waya amar. Sha awal. All. Shama wa all. Ashar. Shama aitaya. Bakwa wall. Yahweh. Wa Allah. Wa alaka. Ba the rock. Ashar. Shala khanaya. Yahweh. Wa abaya ya'a. Aga. Malak. I malak. Wa I malakwa. Ha karamatya. Waya kwak. Ha I'm. Maha Salah. La. Taza ana. Wa ba kora. Ra asha ya. Ha khara. It's like ha kharam. La za bak. La Yahweh. Allah hayaka. Baga lagal. Waya amar. Shama wa all. Ha hapataza. La Yahweh. Ba aylewa. Wazabakyum. Ka shama'ai. Bakwa wall. Yahweh. Hagaha. Hana. Shama'ai. Ma zabak. Tawa. Laha kwa shayam. Laha kwa shayam. Mahala. Laya. That's it. 1 Samuel chapter 15. book of 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 16 in the Basset tongue. And the rest we have uttered, it's like, then the rest we have, okay. Then Samuel said unto Saul, stay, and I will tell thee what the Most High hath said to me this night. And he said unto him, say on. And Samuel said, when thou wast little in thine own sight, wast thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel? And the Most High anointed thee king over Israel. And the Most High sent thee on a journey and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners of the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed.
That's what we're gonna do one day.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? When Yahweh shall return, he's gonna give us the order to go and kill.
I can't wait.
And you have to follow that order. You know what I'm saying? You can't find something that looks appealing to you,
Right.
and you say it. You know what I'm saying? When you got the order to kill it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay. Wherefore, then didst thou not obey the voice of the Most High, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Most High? And Saul said unto Samuel, yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Most High, and have gone the way which the Most High sent me, and have brought Agag and the king of Amalek, and utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Most High, thy God, in Gilgal.
There's verse 21. But the people took of the spoil. What does that sound like?
Go and follow the order.
Right, but boom, Adam.
Right.
Oh, the woman you gave me, nigga, we gave you these soldiers so you can be over there and make sure they do what they're supposed to do. But you gonna tell me the soldiers didn't follow the order? That means they didn't follow your order. You know what I mean? Because when you saw that shit, you should have been like, nah, you gotta kill that. You saw it before I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know about it. You telling me about it. So when you saw it, you should have said, kill him. Kill it. Everything. So it's not the people, man. It's you.
Right. That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's it, because it falls on the man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I was thinking earlier. Like, I was already thinking that earlier. Like, the shit gonna come, if I'm in charge, the shit gonna come back on me. Like, coming back, the Lord's gonna come to me and, you know what I mean? Like, rank in order. You know what I'm saying? If we do something under Captain Shawar, he gonna take the heat. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean, it rolls downhill. You know, but like the people above him, they ain't gonna come to you.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna go to him first. And then he has to be able to show that, yeah, I told his brother to do it. And he didn't do it. I told him to do it. Even when I saw he didn't do it, I checked him again and told him to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and you know what I'm saying? Samuel's not saying that. You know what I mean? Saul's not saying that, you know.
So that's the whole point, you know what I mean? You can't put it on somebody else.
Yeah.
You have to take it, you know what I'm saying?
Which is heavy, because that's what we do in the UPK.
Right.
Man. Like, we're not putting it on nobody under us. At the end of the day, you can check the brother under you and all that, but when the order not followed, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we roll.
You have to take accountability for your own action.
That's it. That's it. I mean, we all have to be soldiers up in here. That's the only way we're gonna get, you know what I mean, this king's back. So go ahead and keep reading.
Verse 22. And Samuel said, have the Most High as great delight in burnt offering. Have the Most High as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Most High? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams.
Right. So that's exactly what I was saying earlier, you know what I mean? Like, to keep the law, statutes, and commandments is better than sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like, why are they sacrificing? You know what I'm saying? To ask forgiveness, to, you know what I mean? Like, to repent and all this, that, and the third, when all you had to do in the first place was just keep the order. You know what I'm saying? And then you won't have to sacrifice nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to sacrifice something instead of just keeping the law.
Right.
Go ahead, Hebrew.
If I may, so that's a heavy cut to Christians, scripture, because you got all these Christians that have like food pantry, and they be like, oh, we're making sacrifices, we're providing all this food, but they don't listen to a damn thing that the Lord told them to do.
I don't know how that's a sacrifice to them, though. I mean, like, shit, they didn't grow the food. You know what I mean?
They ain't even pay for it.
Right. The oppressor gave it to them, and told them to hand it out. You know what I mean?
They think their good deeds is what's going to give them
Right.
the kingdom.
Right. Okay, I can understand that part.
That's why
They
do it.
standing behind the damn table handing out the food, and they think that's gonna do it for them.
Right.
Nah, that's not it, man. That's not it.
And if I may, like it's like even more so that it's not a sacrifice. It's like they giving away food that's about to spoil. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta get rid of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like when Publix throws away trash or not trash, throws away produce because it's been a day.
Right.
And you go and grab it out the trash. What is that? A good deed to
Right.
them?
No, that's why I was gonna say what you're saying. That's right on, because it's like the oppressor, they know this stuff's about to go bad, so they give it to the church, and then the church turn around and give it to you. So it's go ahead, priest.
Yeah, to add on, so also it's opposite, it's like a double whammy, because when I used to go to the food pantry, they used to give out like rotten pork.
Damn. It's already bad enough it's pork, right? And now the pork is rotten. Oh, hey, we gotta listen. Oh, you know why we have to do this shit and get rotten pork and eat, rotten produce and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. We're reading it right now. Right. We didn't follow the order. Right. We didn't do what the Most High said to do. Yeah. So now we're eating rotten pork and rotten vegetables and getting shot in the streets and dying. And we didn't. I told you from the beginning of class, this book is going to tell you what to do and what not to do. It's showing you where we went wrong. It's showing you right in your face. This is where you messed up, Hebrew. Don't do it again. Do what the hell you're supposed to do. Right. And that's why we do this every week. You know what I mean? Like to show this is what we're supposed to do. This is what we're not supposed to do. And you know what I mean? You need to be in the spirit of the Most High. Okay. Right. Being in that spirit is gonna keep you doing these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I mean? Yeah. Give me another set after the words. Okay. Damn, I put sugar in there. I said black.
I'm not black man.
No, black means nothing.
Oh, I need another one.
No, it's okay.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I thought black man like no female.
No, black means nothing.
Oh, it's a lot.
Give him another one. Book of Samuel, chapter 15, verse 23, in the Hebrew. Kaya, hata kwa mama, or kwa mama.
That's Wasama or Wasam.
It is Kwasam, Maraya, or Maria, Wa Awan, Wa Tara Payam, Hapa Tazar, Select. Wa'ain.
Yeah.
Select. This is messing with me.
It's not on.
I know. Still lingering. Ya'ain. Ma asa. The bar. Yahweh. Waya ma asak. Ma malak. Waya Amar, Sha'awal, all, Shamawa all, Ka, it's like Ka, Ta'ataya, Kaya, Ibarataya, Paya, Yahweh, Wa'ah, the Baryaka, Kaya, Yara Atia, Ha'ain, Wa Ashama, Wa Shamai, Wa Shamai, Bakwa Walam, Wa Aita, Sha'a, Na'a, Ha Ta'ataya, Washawa, Aimya, Wa Ashatakawa, Layaho, Waya Amar, verse 26. Waya Amar, Shamawa all, Sha'awal, La'a, Ashawab, Aimak, Aimaka, Kaya, Ma'a, Sata, the bar, Yahweh, Waya, Ma'asa, Yahweh, Ma, Haya, Wa, Malak, Yasha Allah, verse 27. Waya Sa, Shamawa all, La Laka, Waya Khazak, Baka Napa, Ma'ayalau, Waya Qurai, 28. Waya Amar, Alyaka, it's like Alyawa, Shamawa all, Qurai, Yahweh, Mala Kawa, Yasha Allah, Ma'alyaka, Hayawam, Wana Dana, Lara Aika, Hatawa, Maka, verse 29. Wagam, Natazaka, Yasha Allah, La'a, Yasha Kwar, Wala'a, Yana Kam, Kaya, La'a, Adam, Hawa'a, Laha Nakam, verse 30. The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 23, in the Basque tongue. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and adultery. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Most High, he hath also rejected thee from being king.
Nigga just got
Use the motion.
yeah, the motion. He got demoted. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of the Most High.
Good.
Now he's remorseful. Now he's like, okay, I messed up.
Because at first he was just putting it on the people. You know what I mean? Now he's like, okay, yeah, it was me. Yeah, it was me. You know what I mean? Like he get it. The Lord checked him. Now he's like, okay, I see it now. Yep. Damn. You know what I mean? That shit, that
Took away his ring.
Yeah, but that's like we men and we're being raised. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta get. This
you've heard of brothers in the school getting demoted, you know what I mean? Like, it's happened, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it takes that for you to see what the hell's going on, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Right. It says, for I have transgressed the commandments of the Most High and thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice. Now therefore I pray thee.
Wait a minute. Read that again.
It says, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice.
Who did that before? Go ahead.
Adams.
No. Well, no, because it was just, I can't say that. But what I can say is, go ahead.
Moses did that shit?
His brother. Remember Moses went up to the mountain, and his brother, he came down there and made a calf and all that, you know what I mean? Like, he feared the people, he listened to them, you know, he tried to, you know what I mean? Like, this is what they wanted, but you know what they're supposed to get.
Right.
You know what they're supposed to get. Forget what they want, give them what they need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole point. Like, this brother, he's trying to give them something that they want. You know what I mean? Like, they looking at them oxes and sheep, and they're like, hey man, hey, boy, that's a come up right there.
Who's gonna kill all these shit?
Yeah. That's a come up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's a come up, dog. You know what I mean? Right. That's what I'm saying. That's a come up. So, hey, you think it's a come up, but the Lord see it as something else. You know what I'm saying? You marrying somebody outside your nation, you think it's a come up. The Lord see it as something else. You know what I'm saying? So we have to follow the order, man. Follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, or we're gonna be jammed up. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's it, man. Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 25. Now therefore I pray thee, pardon my sin, and turn again with me, that I may worship the Most High. And Samuel said unto Saul, I will not return with thee, for thou hast rejected the word of the Most High, and the Most High hath rejected thee from being king. So it's like, being king over Israel. And as Samuel turned about to go away, he laid hold upon the skirt of his mantle and rent it. And Samuel said unto him, the Most High hath rent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day. It's like the way, like, it's so poetic. Like, you can tell these black people. It's so poetic. Like
it's like a damn play in a movie. You know what I mean? He turned to this shit. You know what?
The Most High, just like how you read your shirt. The Most High has rent Israel with like that.
You know what I mean? He walking away. He's like, hey,
That's hardcore though.
Yeah, you see how you just did that? That's how most, you know.
Hardcore.
Hey, this is some wonderful stuff. You're right, though. It's almost like being poetic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's wonderful. Like, to be able to see when we messed up. And, you know, like, but if we don't learn from it, what the hell good is it? You know what I'm saying? If we don't understand it and learn from it, and that's the sacrifice. That's the sacrifice. Like, seeing the fucking sheep and not taking it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Sacrificing what you want. You know what I mean? Giving up what you want and doing what the Most High wants you to do. That's the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Not taking what you want and then, you know, like, call yourself giving it back to the Most High. It wasn't yours from the beginning. You know what I mean? It belonged to the Lord before you even took it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need to do, man. Stop thinking of ourselves. Stop being selfish, and just do what the Most High said. And at the end of the day, that's the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So
I could have said too.
Go ahead.
When you see us on the corner, you know what I'm saying? When you see us on that corner, man, grab a flyer, man, and come to class. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know, you sit there and watch us on the corner all day long, and then you go back and you hear what we saying, and then you go right back and eat that pork, and go right back in the Christian church, go right back and sleeping with that whore, go right back to doing what you want to do. Why don't you grab a flyer and come to class and obey the voice of the Most High? You know what I mean? That's awesome.
Some people not willing to make that sacrifice, give up, you know, smoking that weed,
Right.
give up their lust, you know what I'm saying? They still want to do what they want to do, but, you know, that's what we're here for, to try to teach them and show them, you know, transgression of their ways. So that's it. Keep reading.
Okay. The Most High have rent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day, and has given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than thou. And also the strength of Israel will not lie nor repent. For he is not a man that he should repent.
Okay, that's heavy. So, like you can read verse 28 and you'll think what, you know, the Christians will think like, okay, well that's why, you know, that's why, you know, another nation is over us, because who is your neighbor? You know what I mean? Like when it says your neighbor, you know, who's your neighbor? Go ahead.
Let's talk about another Israelite.
Right. Another brother, you know what I'm saying? Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. So that's who, you know what I mean? That's who the Lord deals with. That's who he's always dealt with, and nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for that? Yeah. All right. On sign of Christ. You want to give me some, you want to get some Shiratas up? Where we at? We at verse 30, 15 and 30.
1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 30 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar, Hata Afya, Aita, Ka, Badanaya, Na'a, Nagad, Zakwanaya, Aimaya, Wanagad, Yasha Allah, Shawab, or Washawaba, Aimaya, excuse me, Waha Shaka Ka Waya Thaya, La Yahweh, Ahoyaka, Alahayaka, Salaka, Waya Shaba, Shama Wa'al, Kharaya, Sha'awal, Waya Shathakawa, Shawa'al, La Yahweh, Waya Amar, Shah Mawa'al, Ga Yeshawa, Oya, Gaga, Malak, Malak, Waya Laka, Al Gaga, Ma'ai Dana, or Ma'ai Danatha, Waya Amar, Agaga, Akan, Sarah, or Sar, Marah, Amawath, Waya Amar, Shamawa'al, Ka'ashar, Shakala, or Shakalaha, Nashayam, Kharabaka, Khan, Karabak, Khan, the Shakal, Manashayam, Amaka, Amak, Waya Shasa, Shamawa'al, Agaga, Lapanya, Yahweh, Bagagal, Walaka, Shamawa'al, Hara Matha, Shawa'al, Alha, or Ilaha, Alha, all, Ilaha, all, Bayathawa, Gaba'ith, Shawa'al, Wala'a, Yasaq, Shamawa'al, Lara, Awaf, Shawa'al, Aida, Yawam, Mawathawa, Kaya, Ha, the Abal, Shamawa'al, all, Shawa'al, Wa Yahweh, Nacham, Kaya, Hamalayak, Ha, Malayaka, Sha'awal, Al, Yasha'ala, Amar, Yahweh, all, Shamawa'al, Aida, Mathaya, Atha, the Abal, all, Sha'awal, Anaya, Asataya, Asatayawa, Mamalaka, Al, Yasha'ala, Mala'a, Naka, Shamana, Walaka, Ashalachaka, is that right? Ashalachaka, all, Yashaya, Baya, Halakha, La, Kamaya, Kaya, Ra'a, Daya, Babanawa, Laya, La, Banayawa, Ra'a, Yadaya, Babana, Yawa, Laya, Malak. That's it. Verse 1. So that's 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 30. Yep. Then he said, I have sinned, yet honor me now, I pray thee, before the elders of my people and before Israel, and turn again with me, that I may worship the Most High thy power. So Samuel turned again after Saul, and Saul worshipped the Most High. Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And Agag came unto him delicately. And Agag said, surely the bitterness of death is past. And Samuel said, as thy sword hath made woman childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women. And Samuel hewed, how you say that? Hewed Agag in pieces before the Most High in Gilgal. Then Samuel went to Ramah, and Saul went up to his house to Gibeah of Saul. And Samuel came no more to see Saul until the day of his death. Nevertheless, Samuel mourned for Saul, and the Most High repented that he had made Saul king over Israel. 1 Samuel 16:1. And the Most High said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thine horn with oil, and go, I will send thee to Jesse, the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons. Man, Most High hardcore, man. Yeah. Man, why the hell you crying over this soft ass nigga, man? You know what I mean? Like, he, the Most High, play.
I like verse 32 though. Then it says, Samuel, bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And Agag came unto him delicately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Esau's a beast.
until, you know what I mean, like, until it's time, you know what I mean, to get laid down.
Yeah.
Now he's like, you know, Esau, he killed everything, right? And then when everything's dead and done, you know, then he want to be all soft and, you know, look like the white Jesus, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, but before that, I bet you this king was a monster, you know what I'm saying? Or the Most High wouldn't be having us kill him, you know what I'm saying? Could you imagine what he did to us, you know what I mean? Like, and now he's all delicate, you know, soft and sweet. No,
Right.
surely death has passed, you know, like it's not on your mind anymore, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna kill people. Go ahead.
You know, that's heavy because like you see that same characteristic, for example, like you know, all the Karens that they take videos of, yeah, they start the shit, you know, they antagonize you, and then when they start getting their ass beat, you know, so lucky, you know, they start being like, what you do to me? You know, like, you bit me.
Like they be, you right, like you so right, because them women, they be in the Hebrew women face, you know what I'm saying? Like all in their face and then spitting all it, and then when they get slapped and they get laid down, it's like, oh, I'm so right. So that's exactly what happened.
Man, listen, if I may, real quick, not to get us, you know, into storytelling mode, but I was on the bus the other day, and
Talking about storytelling mode. Go ahead, though.
Once upon a time,
Let's get it off.
I was on the bus, man, and the brother, you know, he was playing music on the bus. I guess he was like friends with the bus driver. She let him play music for a little while. Then she was like, you know, all right, you gotta turn it off because you know other people on the bus and whatnot. So she told him to turn it off, and then some devil, you know, before I go, when I got on the bus, it was another brother, it was a Levite brother. He came on there trying to get $1. He's speaking in Creole. Nobody understood him. So I ended up, you know, helping him out where I didn't give him $1, but he got off the bus, and then and you know, he was playing the music, and the sister told him to turn the music off now, and some devil said, oh, I'd rather hear the music than that guy talk. And the brother who was playing the music, he stood up, he's like, listen, what you said, say one more thing, I'm gonna come across and knock you out, this and that, going off. And then, so, you know, that was the end of that. And then he said something, the devil said something else on his brother. He's like, listen, I'm tired of playing with you. He got him in his face. He's like, what, choke your ass up? Hey, I kid you not. He grabbed that man by his neck, and he started choking him. Now the devil want to play all this. He still, he let go of his neck. Now he's still talking. He punched him in the face, make him bloody. Hold on 1 second. Because then now, not only did he start, you know, acting all soft, the lady that was sitting two rows in front of him, she started crying. I can't do this anymore. I'm never riding the bus again.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. Public transportation. What? Public transportation gotta be a bus.
I'm trying to tell you the truth.
And the reason why she said that is because this shit must happen every day.
Out of it.
I'm gonna talk to my lawyer tomorrow.
It was so crazy. I got it on camera.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
You need to send me that.
I'm like, then the bus driver started to help. So it's like,
Oh,
whatever
man.
you had, remember what you had.
All
The
right.
bus driver, she started to help her out. And she yelling at her like, you need to do something about this. Dude already left. He ain't trying to get arrested. Anyway.
Wow. Yeah, go ahead. What you got, Sakura?
But no, I was gonna say that it was funny when he said that that the brother started choking the white boy. I was thinking, you know, like just like Genesis said that it had to be at the neck of Diana.
Something else. Public transportation. Where we at?
16 and 1 Samuel 16 and 2. That's where we at now.
No, did we read it in English?
Yeah, we read it in English. Yeah, we finished the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Most High Christ. All right. Give me another set. Sharata's up.
No, come on. 1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse 2 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar, Sha, Mava'al, I.U.P.K. Alaka, Alaka. Washamai, Shahawal, Waha Ragaya, Waya Amar, Yahweh, I Galath, Bakora, Abakwar, The Kokuk, Baya Daka, Waya Amar, The La Zabak, La Yahweh, Ba Afia, Wa Kora'at, La Yashaya, verse 3 in the beginning. Wa Kora'at, La Yashaya, Bazabak, Ana Kaya, Wa the Ika, Ashar, the I.S.U.P.K, the I.S.U.P.K, Wama Shakat, Laya, Ashar, Amar, Alayuka, Waya Aish, Waya Asha, Shamawa'al, Ashar, Dabar, Yahweh, Waya Ba'a, Bayah, Lacham, Waya Karadawa, Konaya, I Yura, La Kora Akwa, Waya Amar, Shalom, Bawa Laka, Waya Amar, Shalom, La Zabak, La Yahweh, Ba'afia, Ha, the Korah Shawa, Ha, the Shawa, Waba Atham, Athaya, Bazabak, Waya Kodash, Ath, Yeshaya, Wa'ath, Banayawa, Waya Korah, Laham, Lazabak, Wahaya, Baba Wa'am, Baba Wa'amath, Waya Ra'ah, Ath, Aliyah Abba, Waya Amar, Aka, Nagad, Yahweh, Ma Shaya Chawa, Waya Amar, Yahweh, all, Shamawa all, Thabat, all, Mara Hawa, Wa'al, Gaba, Kwam, Kwa, Wa Mathawa, Kaya, Ma Sakaya, Hawa, Kaya, La'a, Ashar, Yara'a, Adam, Kaya, Adam, Yara'a, La'ai, Yanayam, Wayahawa, Yara'a, La Bababa, or La Baba, La Baba, Waya Kora'a, Yasha'a, all, Abaya Nadaba, no, Abba, Ya Nadaba, ya, Waya I, Bara Kawa, Lapanya, Shamawa, Waya Amar, Gum, Baza, La'a, Bukar, Yahweh. First Samuel chapter 16 and verse 2
I'll read it.
in the English.
The book of Samuel, chapter 16, verse 2. And Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. And the Most High said, take an heifer with thee, and say, I am come to sacrifice to the Most High. And call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show thee what thou shalt do. And thou shalt anoint unto me him whom I name unto thee. And Samuel did that which the Most High spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming and said, Comest thou peaceably? And he said, Peaceably. I am come to sacrifice unto the Most High. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his son and called them to the sacrifice. And it came to pass, when they were come, that he looked on Eliab and said, Surely the Most High's anointed is before him. But the Most High said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Most High seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Most High looketh on the heart. Then Jesse called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel.
So that's in verse 7. It's saying the same thing I was saying earlier. You see how, as a man, we see one thing, you know what I mean, and the Most High sees something else. You know what I'm saying? Even Samuel, you know what I mean? He ran up on this cat. He thought that was it. You know, look at this nigga. You know,
Right.
6'6". You know what I mean? Got that statue. He looking right. And this must be the one. And the Most High's like, no, that ain't him. You know what I mean? Don't look at him just because, you know, his statue or whatever. But even, you know, in verse 3, go ahead.
Shikar, we had another sentence.
Yeah, Samuel, because he stopped at him pass before Samuel.
And then this is, and he said,
Come.
I'm gonna just read that for me.
You read it through verse 8, right?
Well, yeah, I read through 8, but the sentence after where I just stopped at looks like it's still part of 8.
Okay, go ahead.
It says, and he said, Neither have the Most High chosen this.
Right. Okay. So like I was gonna hit on verse 3 and call Jesse to the sacrifice. No, that's not it. Verse 2. No, and Samuel said, How can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. And the Most High said, Take an heifer with thee. And I say, I come to sacrifice to the Most High. And Jesse called and sacrifice, and I will show thee what thou shalt do, and thou shalt anoint unto me him who I name unto thee. And Samuel did that which the Most High spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, Comest thou in peace? So when you do what the Most High, said right here in verse 4, you know what I mean? Like the people will, you know what I mean? Like they won't be against you. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, they when he came, they trembled. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a man of the Most High. They can see the Lord with him. You know what I mean? That's like us. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, we go out and stuff, and brothers see us. That's the spirit that's on you. You know what I'm saying? They be like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, damn, who is you? You know, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, they see that the Lord is with you. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? The Lord be with you. Brothers will see it. People will see it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want. You know, that's the part I saw. You know, keep these law, statutes, and commandments. The Lord is with you, and everybody will see it. You know what I mean? So His Spirit will be on you. Go ahead.
I was thinking it says in verse 1, right? Where Samuel said, okay, okay, verse 2 is like, Samuel said, How can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. Isn't Saul dead?
No.
And verse
Right, but I guess you're assuming he's dead because it's saying that Samuel, what did it say about that? Samuel didn't see Saul until his death.
Yeah.
So Saul's still around. It's just saying, you know, Samuel is given what happened. You know, it's like putting you in the future, right?
but we still here in the present, you know what I'm saying? So that's what that's saying. It's like, you know, he ain't gonna see Samuel until he died, you know what I mean? But it's not saying that he's dead yet, you know what I mean?
Oh,
He's not gonna see Saul, it's like.
So Samuel was mourning for Saul. He wasn't dead yet, though.
Right.
Okay, so like, it's just showing you that in the future, when Saul did die, you know, Samuel mourned for him. But this is just talking about what happened in between the time he last seen Samuel and the time Samuel saw Saul, and then the time he died.
Right.
So this is talking about him going to see Jesse, and he said if Saul see me, he gonna kill me.
Don't sweat it, don't feel like, I'll ask Captain Warrior to make sure, you know, we right on track with that, so. All right. Yeah, just write that down in your notes and we'll ask the question. Because that's, you know, I pretty much do that every week. When I'm reading this and I don't understand something, I write it down. So I can go to Captain, you know what I mean, get the question and breakdown, you know what I'm saying? Because everything I don't understand everything, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta go to a man above you. I'm not gonna sit here on this podium and guess, you know what I'm saying? So we'll get with Captain, you know, see what it is. All right, so we got one more set, right? Chapter 16, verse 9 through 15. All right. I'll take the pleasure in this one. All right. 1 Samuel, chapter 16 and verse 9. Ibar, Yashaya, Shema, Amar, Gam, Baza, La'a, Bakar, Yahweh, Ibar, Yashaya, Shaba'ai, Bana Yawam, Slacket, Bana Yawam, Lapa Naya, Shama Wa'al, Waya Amar, Shama Wa'al, Al, Yashaya, La'a, Bakar, Yahweh, Ba, Allah, Allah, Wa, Ya, Amar, Shama, Wa'al, that's Samuel, right? All, Yashaya, Hatamawa, Hana, Irayam, Waya Amar, Iwad, Sha'ara. That sound right, y'all? Sha'ara. Hakwa Sana. Naha.
It's like that's Aquatan or
Hakwatana. All right, boy. Wanaha, Ra'aya, Bataza Anna, Waya Amar, Shama Wa'al, Al, Yashaya, Shala Kaha, Wakwa Ka Nawa, Kaya, La'a, Nasab, Aid,
Ba'awa, ha, wa, yashalak, wa yashalak, wa ya, baya, ahawa, waha, wa'a, ada, mawanaya, ain, hapa, no, yapa, aya, nayam, wa, tawab, ra'aya, waya, amar, Yahweh, Kwam, Washa, Kahawa, Kaya, Zaha, Hawa'a, Waya, Kwaka, Slack, Waya, Kwaka, Shama, Wa'al, Kwara, Na, Hasha, Mana, Waya, Mashak, Waya, Mashak, Tawa, Ba, Korab, Aka, Yawa, Wata, Tazalaka, Rawaka, Yahweh, all, Dabawa, no, Dawa,
David.
Maha, Yawam, Haha, Wa'a, Wama, Ailaha, Waya, Kwam, Shama, Wal, Waya, Laka, Ha, Ramata, Wara, Waka, Yahweh, Saraha, Ma'ain, Sha'a, Wal, Waba, Tawa, Rawaka, what's that? Rawak. Go ahead.
Spirit.
Okay.
Okay.
Ra'ayah, Ma'ah, Yahweh, Waya, Amarwa, Ibadia,
Yeah.
the brother up in New York. Sha'awal, Ala Yawa, Hanaha, Na'a, Rawak, Allahayam, Ra'ayah, Maba Aitak, Ya Amar, Na'a.
Hold up, I think that's it. Stop at 15.
Oh, okay. What's my first?
Book of 1 Samuel chapter 15, 16, verse 9. And he said, oh, it's like, then Jesse made Shammah to pass by. And he said, neither hath the Most High chosen thee. Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Most High hath not chosen these. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said to Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ready and withal of a beautiful countenance, and goodly to look to. And the Most High said, arise, anoint him, for this is he. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Most High came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel arose up and went to Ramah. But the Spirit of the Most High departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Most High troubled him. And Saul's servants said unto him, behold, now an evil spirit from the power troubled thee.
Shit, man, that's gonna wow.
That's what's going on.
That's it.
Just like that, yeah. Now we gotta wait till next week. Yeah, man, that's
It'd be so perfect.
man, out of nowhere, Saul, lose the spirit, man. That's nice. Go ahead.
Maybe. You know, it was heavy how it said that the Lord's Spirit departed from him, and there was an evil spirit from God.
Yeah.
Like the Lord sent that to him.
Yeah.
And that's a cut to the Christians.
That's heavy. That's heavy. You caught that. I like that. Most High Christ. That's heavy, man. Yeah.
Took the
The
spirit.
Lord does good and evil.
Right.
Most High Christ. Watch that.
Dun, dun, dun.
On the next episode.
Next episode. Will Saul get his kingdom back?
Saul is just a servant of the Most High, you know what I mean? He wasn't king or nothing like that. He wasn't, over Israel or nothing like that, but he definitely, was a servant of the Most High, you know what I mean? So, like you said, next week we'll pick it up from there, you know what I mean? See what's going on, okay? So with that, we'll go ahead and end the Sabbath service. All right.
SHALAM.
I.S.U.P.K.
Men of Israel, gird up thy loins. Be prepared to salute the Torah.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barak Yah.
I.S.U.P.K, which means to stand. GEN.YAHANNA, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer, first in the Hebrew and then in the English. Repeat after me. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, I.S.U.P.K, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Atazaka, I.S.U.P.K, Aparataza, Kawak, I.S.U.P.K, Mashamayim, Come, you won't, Wasalak now, Walk now, Walk you now, Wala, your eye now, Messiah one, I will shine now, Ayan, Right, I'm a Lakwa, Wahala, Wahakapara, I'm on.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And give us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Hakak the power. Yahweh Bahasham. Yahweh Shai. Baba Kushah. Atholinau. Hakak. Laura Pa'ah. Kamakala. Kamarawa. Hakak. Latahar. Al-Matazarayim. Hakak. Lahakuya. Amatya. Hakak. Al-Rakar Wa. Atama Allah. Lagarshan. Bahasham. Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh. In the name of the Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. Power to cleanse the leper. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
Blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Mayaka Allah? Why Alahayim? Matazyak Ya'ah. Al-Wap Yahanna. Ha Al-Wapya. Ha Saranya. Ha Kotazayanya. Ha Chayayoya. Wa Ha Akwatya. Yahweh. Bahasham. Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh. In Yahweh, in Michael, in the angels, commanding General Yohanna, the general, the captain, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Al-Ahorim. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Isaiah. Ma'ayim. Yahweh. I.S.U.P.K. Shemayim. Wa'arataza. All your done. Lamawat. Regalka. All Yanawam. Shamarka. Anala'a. Yanawam. Wala'a. Yayashun. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyaka. Yawamam. Ashamash. La'ayakauka. Wayurak. Malayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makal Rai. Yashamar. Napashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'aka. Wabu'aka. Ma'aita. Wa'ai.
In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From which cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yahshua shall neither slumber nor sleep.
he that keepeth Yahshua shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forward,
From this time forth,
even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al Tashakwa. Wait. Al Tashak. Wait. Al Takarash.
Al-Bakarash.
Wa Al Tashakwat.
Al-Tashakwat.
All.
All.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabika.
Awayabika.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Wama Shanayaka.
Wamashanayaka.
Nasha Awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Ya'ara Yamwa.
Ya'ariyamwa.
Sawat.
Sawat.
Waya Ya'ai Tazawa.
Wayata Ya'ai Tazawa.
Al Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazawanyaka.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakida.
Wanakakida.
Magoya.
Magolia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazikar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Iwad.
Iwad.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'ai Tazawa.
Nawa'ai Tazawa.
La.
La.
Yakagwa.
Yakagwa.
Alyaka.
Aliyaka.
Warya.
Baraya.
Yakarakwa.
Yakarakwa.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Arawam.
Adawam.
Waya Shemai Alayam.
Wayashamai Alayam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagoria.
Wahagoria.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'inawan.
Wa'aimalak.
Wa'inalat.
Kalashak.
Kalashah.
Am Yashabya.
Andishabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Aimam.
Imam.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Zarwai.
Zorbai.
Abanya Lawat.
Labanyalawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha Laham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadia.
Kamadia.
Kasaya Sara'at.
Kasaya Sara'ah.
Kayabya.
Kayabya.
Manakal.
Wanakal.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayanda Ara.
Bayayanda Ara.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Yaman.
Yaman.
La'arma.
Adama.
Shayathamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadayabawa.
Nadayabawa.
Ka Arab.
Ka'ara.
Waka Sahaba.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zabat.
Waka Zabat.
Waka Tazalmanai.
Waka Zamanai.
Kal Nasa Yakamwa.
Ka'ara Yashikamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Naya Rashad.
Naya Rashad.
Lanawa.
Nanawa.
Ah. Na'awa.
Nawa.
Allahayim.
Alahaya.
Allahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagogala.
Kagawala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Rakwa.
Lapanyaraka.
Kaash.
Ka'ash.
Taba Ira Yaira.
Tabaira Yaira.
Waka Lahaba.
Waka Lahaba.
Balahat.
Salahat.
Aryam.
Aryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Daradama.
Taradama.
Basa Irika.
Basa Irika.
Wabasa Wapaka.
Wabasa Wapaka.
Labahalam.
Labahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Hanyaham.
Hanyaham.
Balawan.
Balawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahowa.
Wayabahowa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabawa.
Wayabawa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atta.
Atta.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Labaka.
Labaka.
Alyawah.
Iowa.
Alka Haratazah.
Al-Kaharataza. In the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said, Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
and let us cut them off, being a nation,
that the name of Yasha may be no more remembered.
that the name of Yasha may be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edar,
The tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
and
the Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gabal and Ammon,
Gabal and Ammon,
and Amalek,
the
the Philistines were the inhabitants of Tyre.
The Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also is joined with them.
Assur also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah.
They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabez,
as to Jabez,
at the brick of Kassan,
as the brook of the sun,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nose like a red,
Make their nose like a red,
and like Zeed,
and like Zeed.
yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as Zabah,
as Sabbath,
and as Zamuna,
and as Amunah,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the house of God in possession.
the house of God in possession.
Oh, my power,
O my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the sun before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire,
and as the flame set the mountains on fire,
so persecute them with thy tempest,
so persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid of thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded,
let them be confounded,
and trouble forever.
and trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame,
let them be put to shame,
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the Most High
art the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth. Sar,
Now,
which means to turn. Sisters may be seated. We're gonna salute. We're gonna give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Put that down. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh
Yahweh. Sisters can stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shema Hashem Yahweh.
Yahweh. Class dismissed.
Hey, before we go, you know we got the cookout coming up in December. Okay, we got the
Feast of Tabernacles.
Feast of Tabernacles. What was it, December 8th or 6th?
September 6th.
September the 6th. Okay, so get ready for that. If you have any questions, call the camp leader in your zones or whatever, and get ready to come through and get down with us. All right. With that, shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, sir.